All right, top of the morning, beautiful people. Happy September 18th. Coming to you alive, coming to you excited, coming to you as a concerned father. And the reason why I say this is that, we see everything that happens in the world with school shootings. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's fresh on my mind. It's fresh in Samandy's mind because somebody in the Central Valley was going in and making threats online, and the schools had to be, notified and all this stuff. And so it's just like, we kept our kids home from school yesterday, and it's unfortunate that that's the time that we live in. And I don't know when I'm supposed to have this conversation with Silas. Michaela's 13 years old, so she gets it, she understands it, but I just don't want, I don't know, I just don't want to make baby scared to go to school. And so just coming to you guys, completely raw, completely vulnerable as a concerned parent, as a concerned father, because that's a reality, which is very, very unfortunate. And so I'm not trying to make the mood somber. I'm just sharing with you exactly what is on my mind, and that is what is on my mind this morning. But nonetheless, coming to you guys full of gratitude. I'm working out of our Stockton office today. So if you are in the Central Valley and you're going to be coming over to the Stockton office, I look forward to seeing you. So speaking of the Central Valley, first and foremost, I'm going to turn it over to Brianna Tejeda in just a moment, but we do have some guests on the line today. So we have Trinity, who is here from Sonoma County. Welcome, Trinity. She officially is joining our team. We have Joaquin here. We have Ashley here, who I've met a million times. Yes, Ashley, I do remember. It's good to see your face on here. For the people that have been here, routinely come to Keep a Moving group coaching, let's just go to Chris. Chris, what can our guests expect from this environment?
They could expect just the collective energy and wisdom of all your fellow peers, showing what exactly they're experiencing in the market, their trials and tribulations, and just grab that for everybody and use it toward your own business. So it's just transparency, vulnerability, and just deep connection.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Ashley, how about from your vantage point? Ashley Jurovich, Ashley Jurovich, what's something that our guests can expect from Keep It Moving?
Vulnerability, authenticity, mind share. Everyone just comes out and puts their best ideas out on the table, whether they're great ideas or just something they're trying. And we all just kind of learn together. I have taken so much from this business wise, personal wise, and I'm not even a real estate agent. I'm a lender, and I'm here just because it's added so much value to my life. I come 3 times a week just to listen to you guys.
Well, hey, I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be working in our Brentwood office, and I'm staying to come to happy hour with you guys and party with you guys. So I'm excited for that, even though I don't drink, but all good. I'm still going to hang out with you guys and have some fun. Without further ado, and I appreciate that, Ashley, I'm going to turn it over to Chicken Mom, AKA Brianna Tejeda. Brianna, you're going to bring us out on the field on this beautiful Wednesday morning, and hopefully you're finding your groove and your rhythm. She's planning a quinceañera. She is running a business. She has chickens. She is a wife. She's got a lot of plates that she's juggling right now, but you're doing an amazing job. Hear from me, hear from your brothers and sisters on this call. So Brianna, go ahead and take the group out on the field on this beautiful Wednesday morning.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, I am in full quince mode. Saturday is a big day. We are so excited. And I'm not going to lie, it's pretty emotional. But it's amazing. And I missed Monday, and this morning I have a gazillion things to do, but I was like, I have to get on my coaching call because it fills my pot and my heart and gets me motivated. So just getting on, my computer's in front of me and I'm ready to go.
I love it. I love it. Brianna, we are here for you. I know that planning any type of event, especially of this size, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, plus showings and plus football practice and cheer practice. And so I want to give a huge shout out to all the moms, all the dads out there, all the step parents out there that are running double duty, that are running around. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so shout out to you.
I want to give a huge step parent shout out and co-parenting shout out, because I co-parent my daughter with her daughter's dad. And we are throwing a quinceañera with me, my husband, him, and his wife all together. And that is a huge accomplishment and really hard for a lot of people to do. So I just wanted to share that too, because if it gives people some hope that are going through that, you can get there. We were not there 5, 6 years ago, let me tell you, but we are in
Ah,
such an amazing place. So, I just wanted to share that too, because that is something that I'm really proud of for us, really proud of.
doesn't it feel good to just be in an adult relationship and have adult communication and not, it's all about the kids, right? But some people just
Serious.
they
And
can't wrap their head around that.
it takes time, time does heal things, but when you get there, if you can just put all the things aside and get there, the feeling that you see when your daughter or your child gets to have everybody around her just loving, extra grandparents, aunties, cousins, just everybody, and everyone loves on each other. My plate is so full between work and just all of that. It's an amazing feeling.
God, I absolutely love that. Congratulations on effective communication and great relationships. And I know that that's challenging. I've done it myself. And so shout out to you. And I'm so glad for your daughter. I'm so glad for your daughter. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Thanks for our guests for being here. Thank you for everyone that continuously comes to Keep It Moving Group Coaching. And before we get started, I had a question for everybody, and it's going to put me directly into the fire. And I do that because I put you guys directly into the fire. And remember what I've said in the past, and I'll say it again and again, that you are all firemen and firewomen. We are built for this. We are ready for this. We are the ones that are going to tame the fire. This is what you guys signed up for. And so I'm going to put myself right in the fire as well. And I want to ask you guys, feel free to raise your hand, take yourself off of mute. What do you believe my responsibility is to each of you as a coach and as a leader? I want to hear from you guys. What do you believe my responsibility as a coach and a leader is for each of you? And you guys probably have different answers, which you should have different answers, but what do you believe my responsibility is as a coach and a leader to each of you? And please don't leave me hanging. Go ahead and take yourself off of mute. This is how I grow. This is how we grow. All right, so provide tools and hold us accountable. What else, you guys? Please take yourself off of mute. Get involved in this conversation. Super.
Motivating.
Motivating.
Guidance.
So guidance, I don't know, that was on through. Okay, good. Anything else, you guys? Give me two more. Okay, can anybody else chime in on
Bounce
this?
ideas with you.
Okay, say again. Ashley.
Strategize.
And lead by example.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Support and resources. All right, you guys, I appreciate that. And I was just thinking about this. I'm preparing for a keynote in New Jersey for next month. And I do have a responsibility to you. Obviously, as a coach, as a leader, I have to teach you about systems, about tools, about support, about activity planning, about managing your time effectively, about managing your calendar, your presentation skills, your dialogue, resources. That is all part of my responsibility. But my number one responsibility to each of you is to help you create something that is impenetrable. And what I mean by that is that it is my responsibility and it is my duty as a coach and a leader to help you develop something that is impenetrable. And what do I mean by that? Impenetrable belief in self that you can achieve anything in this business. Impenetrable mindset that, you know what, I am fit, my mind is secure, I am ready, I know exactly how to mute yourself, whoever that was. I know exactly how to go about the days. I know exactly how to keep my mind in place and how to tackle all the real estate duties that I have to do. Because if you don't have the belief and you don't have the mindset, then all of the things, all of the activities, all of the planning, all of the preparation, all of that doesn't really matter because you don't truly believe. So my responsibility to each of you, yes, to all the things that you answered to, but most importantly, my duty and my responsibility to you, and fucking hold me accountable to this, is to help you build something that is impenetrable. Impenetrable. Because when that is solid, when the belief is solid, no matter what you have to do to build in this business, you're going to do it. So you guys, I might not have all the answers all the time, but what I do have is I have myself an impenetrable mindset, and I have an impenetrable belief about what I'm going to achieve and what I will achieve in this business. And that's what I want for each of you. And some of you are still working towards that. Some of you still have a little bit of doubt inside of you. Can I do this? Oh my God, I don't know. I'm still scared. And that's okay. I promise you this. You spend enough time in groups like this, you spend enough time in coaching, that is our responsibility to you guys. So I want to share that with you. I wrote some notes this morning. I was thinking about you guys, and that is my duty and that is my responsibility to help you create something that is impenetrable. You know why? That will last forever. That will last forever. That will last forever. Tools will change, systems will change, procedures will change, but that belief and that mindset, that's something that you'll have forever. So thanks for coming to group coaching. That was it, you guys. Appreciate you. But does that land for you guys? Does that make sense? Do you agree with that? Disagree? Are we on the same page there?
I definitely agree, Elias. It's a really good point because even like as I've been reflecting on a year of being with the team, I remember like my first comment on group coaching and just how much more effective I've gotten with delivering my point. And it is because of this community. It is because you've created an environment where not only do you push us, but the community does. So just really grateful for being in coaching and making it a mainstay. And it does, when you don't come to coaching, it does throw off the rest of the day and it helps you build that routine. So thank you for the environment.
Well, I appreciate you. And Blessing, let's stay here for a second. Blessing, what's going on in your production world right now?
Well, just a couple, just a couple of escrows. It's the first time I've had two escrows at the same time in my career, and just feeling really, really grateful and just really blessed right now.
And she's got her second highest price point deal in escrow right now on a 14-day close using Ashley Jurovich at the Money Store. And I mean, so much momentum right now. I love everything that's working for you in your business right now.
Thank you. Thank you. It is, and it goes back to the environment, the accountability, and are we just going to sit on the side and complain? That knowledge on ice conversation on Monday really hit me in a different way. So just take action. It doesn't matter how much you think you know or you don't know. Take the action and show up and be confident in the fact that you do know what you know.
God, I absolutely love it. Shout out to you for all of your success. You guys, if you weren't there on Monday, I shared it at my screen. We won't go further into that, but it was ignorance on fire versus knowledge on ice, right? You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to have a desire to want to go out there and achieve, or you could have all the knowledge in the world and it just sits on ice. You don't do anything about it. And so I appreciate you bringing that back up, but let's go into this, you guys. Wednesday, we talk about the market. Before we get to you guys, I always turn it over to our lender partners. I want to hear from you guys, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, and maybe give us some high-level overview about the market. What I want to encourage everyone else to do that is not on their cell phone, that is sitting as stationary as at a computer, I want you guys to pull up two things if you have it. A, pull up ChatGPT, and then B, I want you to pull up your MLS because I'm going to have you guys run some searches in just a minute. So let's go to our lending partners. Let's go Jeff, and then we'll go Ashley. I want to hear from you guys. So Jeff, give us the skinny, big dog. Let's hear from you.
Wow, big day. I mean, honestly, I think we've been waiting for this day we have been waiting for this day for over 4 years. I mean, today, unless something crazy comes out of left field, the Fed will be cutting their the Fed funds rate for the first time. I know since 2020. I don't know when their last cut was, but of course, during the pandemic, they cut dramatically and they cut quickly. This will be the first cut since then. So 4.5+ years. And, it's going to be really interesting in terms of how the market reacts. I can tell you right now, the market right now is reacting, I guess we would say negatively in terms of, Phil. Is reacting negatively in terms of the MBS coupon is down, which is bad for rates. The 10-year yield is actually up a little bit. So I think the market is anticipating a little bit of a, not hawkish tone, but not quite as accommodative as the market wants, meaning I think they're going to cut a quarter, not a half. A lot of people want them to cut a half, just go big. But I think they're probably going to go a quarter. I think the market that's what they're thinking. And then depending on what the comments are, what the Fed's comments are after in terms of how they're going to move forward. I do think they're going to move cautiously. We've had a couple, blips in the market with some, pretty big slides in the market recently, but it's stabilized. It's come back. We're still at all-time, close to all-time highs. So, and if it is a quarter, if they don't, get too aggressive, a lot of that's built into the market already. So we may not see a big drop in rates. Okay. So just kind of prepare yourself for that. Now, the one good thing is when they do cut, it's going to be in the mainstream media. It's going to be on, CNBC, Fox Business, MSN. It's going to be out there. So it's going to cause more, eyes on it and get more more people, interested in it, hearing about a rate cut, all those kind of things. So lean on your lending partner in terms of the information and what actually is happening with mortgage rates and what we think are going to happen in the future. But so big day. I think the announcement's at 11 o'clock. They'll have comments shortly after, and you'll see more information about it. But I mean, honestly, I think it's going to be a little bit of a letdown just because a lot of what's going to happen at 11 is already built into the market. So unless something, happens dramatically one way or the other, we're probably going to kind of hold serve where we're at and not see anything dramatic. But all that being said, we are definitely, and I've talked about this, on a downward trajectory. So we are heading down in rates. Now, again, nothing moves in a straight line, kind of bounces around a little bit, but for the most part, month to month, quarter to quarter, you're going to see relief in interest rates. And frankly, I don't like it when they move too dramatically or too volatilely. So I'm fine with a slow transition into some lower rates. So.
Man, I absolutely love this. And I think Blessing talked about this on Monday that, the market has already adjusted, right? And so we're not going to be looking at a significant rate decrease. And so, I appreciate the messaging. Let's go over to Ashley, and then Stephanie, you're here as well. I want to hear from you as well and get your vantage point on this. So Ashley, what is your contribution on this subject?
Good morning. So like Jeff said, they raised 11 times in 16 months, and then they held those rates for a year. So we've been waiting for this day for a really long time. And as Blessing mentioned yesterday, the rates have already swung. As soon as they opened their mouths and said rates are going to be cut, they were cut. We locked a rate yesterday at 5.25%. And FHA 5.25% at par, no points. So with that being said, I locked everything yesterday because what is going to determine if rates come down more is going to be the slight chance that they go 50 basis points versus 25. And more importantly, what they say in the comments at 11 and 11:30. If they are more dovish, saying, oh yeah, we're definitely on a rate cycle cut, we're going to keep doing this, you're going to see the investors betting that way, and rates will come down fast. If they wouldn't outright say that usually, though. And if they have a more harsher tone about the economy and balancing it, that's when rates could go up a little bit. But they've swung so much, 5.25% FHA yesterday. They've swung so much. If we have room for them to come up just a little bit, what we're really going to benefit from is this, like Jeff said, it's going to be all over the news. Our clients will be coming back into the market because the news is giving them a green light. So this is a huge thing to use to contact your clients and say, hey guys, Fed meeting rate today. Did you hear they cut rates? They don't know the mortgage rates already adjusted, and you can tell them mortgage rates have already adjusted to this. Let me know if you want to update your pre-approval.
Yeah, I love this. And so part of our session today is I have a challenge. I'm going to put everybody in focus groups in just a little bit here, but when it comes down to the communication to a consumer right now, if you guys were to write, or maybe you already have, write an email in the subject line with a hook, something that's going to get that email open. If you're going to send a text message out to your database with a hook, getting them to want to say, tell me more, Mel. Now I'm curious. You've piqued my curiosity. Also, if you were to create a video about this right now to stir up some curiosity to get people to say, I just have a question about I have a question. That's it. All we want to do is get people to raise their hand. And so I think that in this environment, you guys are already thinking about it. You are marketers, you are writing, you are campaigning. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up with some cool, intros and some scripting today live here on coaching. So Ashley, I appreciate this. Let's go Stephanie, and then we're going to get right into you guys. Let's go Stephanie. Thank you.
Hi guys. Yeah, so to add to what Ashley was saying, with everything coming out in the media, last week purchase volume rose 5%. And that's just what the media is saying that the Feds are going to cut rates, right? Now the Fed's cutting the rate today. We know for a fact. So this week, you're going to see a lot more volume. Your phone's going to be ringing. So reach out to everybody. And like they've said, we've already been pricing in those rate cuts just to give you an idea. Last week, I pre-approved somebody for 460, right? I reran the numbers yesterday because the rates have been coming down all week. Now I can get them to 500. So it was 0.5% difference, which made a huge difference for them in purchase power, right? So all those people that have been on the fence or who weren't really comfortable, now is the time you have to reach out to them, because as soon as this hits the media, they're going to be calling people, right? So you want to make sure you're in front of them right away, because we're going to see that volume increase by a lot. This is the first time that the Feds are cutting the rate since 2020. Before that, it was 2008. Okay, so that's huge, right? And the consumers are gonna feel it more. We're not gonna feel it so much in the mortgage market because we've already been pricing in these rate cuts, because but the consumers are gonna feel it more with credit cards, right? Credit card rates are gonna start going down. Auto loans, refinancing auto loans is gonna be available. So guess what? Now your overall financial picture is about to get a lot better, guys. You can get out there, refinance those cars. I'm a huge advocate for that. Always go to the credit union. They got the best rates for cars, so if you bought at the dealer, go to the credit union. Now that's going to be a thing. And sometimes I do that to try to help people increase their purchase power, because if they refinance and they can lower their auto loan by $200, guess what? You're going to qualify for $40,000, $50,000 more, So
Yeah, God, what a great way to look at this stuff. Incredible. Seriously, because when you said you help somebody from a 460 to 500, that may mean a completely, obviously we have neighborhoods that shift, 2 streets over in, places like Oakland. That might be a different school district, right? And there might be more extreme, there might be a different school district, a better neighborhood, closer to a park that they, feel safer for them, whatever the case is, but that's a huge difference. And so what I want to do is I want to hear from you guys. And so we're going to break into 2 groups in a second. One group, you guys will be tasked with coming up with some email hooks, video hooks, and text hooks, and just everyone get involved in that conversation. And then the second groups that you guys are going to go into, you guys are going to do a little bit of homework. And here's the thoughts around this. First thing I want you guys to answer, and you guys will all pull up your own individual MLSs. And if you're driving or if you're walking, you're not able to, then someone else in the group can do this. First and foremost, I want you guys to ask yourself, how many homes have had a price drop in blank, enter your city, within the past 30 days, right? Because this serves for you guys when you're building your deal of the week, when you're having communication. Can you answer how many homes have had a price decrease in blank in the past 30 days? How many homes at enter price point have had multiple offers over the past 30 days? For example, how many homes in Brentwood between 800 and 900 or 700 and 800 have had a price or have had multiple offers over the past 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, right? That way you have really rich content to talk to with your consumers. And what is the average percentage sales price over asking price in blank city, right? Sacramento, Natomas, wherever you are, this is applicable to us all. So what I want to do is I'm going to then call you guys back into the main room. You guys are going to share what your vantage point is on the market based on the comps and based on the research that you pull. And then we'll also hear from the groups that have started to develop an email hook, video hook, and text hook based on the recent information that we've heard here. We know what's going on in the market and how we're going to reach out to the masses. Some of you guys have very large databases, and there's people out there that are waiting for this. Remember, people are sheep sometimes, and they're led by the shepherd, and the shepherd is the news, right? They might hear time and time again from Chris. Chris has been in the business for tons and tons of years, but then they see it on the news. Okay, now I'm starting to get it. Like, I've been telling you this. I've been telling you this. So let's do this. I'm going to break you guys into groups, and before I do this, I'll tell you exactly how many groups we're going to do, what group you will be in. And then I'm going to create, I'm going to recreate this. I'm going to create some smaller rooms. All right, so recreate rooms. So I'm going to do 7 rooms and I'm going to recreate this. Okay, cool. So if you are in group, let's see here. If you're in group 1, 2, and 3, you guys work on scripting. If you guys are in group 1, 2, or 3, you're going to work on scripting. Email hook, video hook, text hook, based on the information that you're hearing today and what you understand about the market and where we're at. If you are in group 4, 5, 6, or 7, you guys are going to pull some data about the market, and you guys are going to have that conversation, and you guys are going to come back and have a representative share with us what they found based on the knowledge or the data that they just pulled. Before I break you into groups, any questions on this? We clear? I want to encourage everybody just to get involved. And if you're quiet and you don't speak on group coaching, might be more inclined to speak in a group of 7. I don't know, but get involved in this conversation. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do this for 15 minutes. Clear? Cool? All right, I'm going to break you guys into rooms right now. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Sure. All right, guys, we're almost back. We're going to let everybody back in the room. Pat, is that a Gucci scarf? Are we already in the Gucci scarf season, bro? Are we entering sweater weather?
I mean, you already know, man. Next thing you know, you're gonna see the turtleneck coming back up, you know.
That's your signature. You, David, and Mark, bro. I didn't know we were already there in Gucci freaking scarf weather, but hey, I'll take it, bro.
Hey, man, we're in Dairy City. Look how foggy it is right now. Look at that.
What's that, Otis? What were you saying?
He flexing them escrows right now, baby. Let me see that. You gotta get the Gucci glasses, man. You gotta get the Gucci glasses too.
Nah, he got that at the flea market.
I got it in the Philippines.
All right, let's go, you guys. Let's go. All right, so let's go to the groups 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and take yourself off of mute. I want to hear some hooks. Let's share, you guys. This is how we get better, right? I want to hear some email hooks, some video hooks, some text hooks. So who's got something for me? Put me on game. Put the rest of the group on game. Who wants to represent from group 1, 2, and 3? Let's go to me, and let's hear from you first, and then you guys get involved in this conversation.
All right, we came up with about 5 or 6 hooks. The first one was, your dream home just got cheaper. Did you know you woke up with more buying power? Rates are falling, your dream home is calling. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Later arrived today. Buy low before rates grow.
Ooh, did you say later arrived today?
Yeah.
Dude, you guys, that piques some curiosity just hearing that later arrived today. Really, really good stuff. Okay, good. I absolutely love this. Great stuff. And you guys, remember that. Also, go back and watch this video, but you will also have access to the transcription as well, so don't feel like you're missing anything. Good stuff to be in. Let's go, Cynthia. Cynthia, what group are you in? 1, 2, or 3?
Group 1.
Okay, let's hear it.
So we're rolling with our one we pulled together for a video, and it says Black Friday in September. Low interest rates means more competition. Grab your spot in line.
Okay, all right. I love it. I love it. Look at you guys putting your marketing hat on. I absolutely love it. Everything, when you think about a subject line, whether it's in a hook, in a video, whether it's a text message, or whether it is an email, it needs to be hooked like a ... right? Like it needs to have them want to read downhill, meaning read the rest of the messaging in a text or a email. And then in a video, that first couple seconds forces them or encourages them or makes them want to truly watch the rest of that video in its entirety. And that's when you guys see viewership go up. That's when you guys see entertainment or engagement go up. So I'm loving this. Let's go to Otis. Otis, which group were you in? 1, 2, or 3?
I was actually in 6, but I just didn't hear anybody say anything yet about how we ain't talking about the political side on red or blue. You know, blue is saying they're going to give $25,000 out to the first-time homeowners. Red is saying that he's not going to be taxing any overtime and any tips. So that could be huge for our buyers and for anybody out there that can articulate that. I mean, you know, you're making a little bit of political. I mean, red or blue, you're going to be thinking Matrix, you're going to think anything. So I think it'll be a good, you know, a good bend on words to start looking into something like that, because whoever's going to get picked is going to give up something. So it could be something that we can use as to our.
Yeah, man, I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Let's go to Let's go to group 4. I'm going to hear from you guys. You guys were once talking about the market specifically. So who wants to represent from group 4? How many homes have had a price drop in X city in the past 30 days? How many homes at price point had multiple offers over the past couple of days? And what is the average sales price over listing price in X city? Who wants to answer these, or who wants to represent from group 4? And don't be shy, you guys, because I'm just probably going to call on somebody if I don't see any hands up. Who's going to represent? And don't let it be the usual suspects. First off, raise your hand if you were in group 4. All right, so Jeff, let me see who else's hands. Princess. All right, cool. Princess, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, hopefully I can stay connected. But I know we were looking in Sacramento. The price point was between 400 to 500,000.
5 to 6.
5 to 6. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley, you want to take it away?
All right, Ashley,
that's what I'm asking.
And we'll let Princess off the hook because she's walking and we don't want the audio to be spotty. So Ashley, chime in. Let's hear from you.
So we did Sacramento from September 1st. The price point was 500 to 600,000, and for multiple offers, we got 66, and the closed price averaged 100 and 100.71, so just about list price. And what was the other? What was
how many houses in that area that you did your searching had a price drop within 30 days?
We didn't get to that, but let me try to see if I can figure it out.
No worries, but can we appreciate the art that you have behind your head? I don't know who the artist is, but I'm all about really, really good art. That's fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, fire.
All right. I don't know if I want to keep it there. It scares me sometimes.
That doesn't scare me. Keep it there. Let's go to group 6. Group 6, who's going to represent? Let's hear from you guys. I want to hear a little bit about the market. Don't be shy, you guys. This is how we get better. I want to hear what you were able to find based on your own research that you're now going to share with your consumers. What did you guys find? Do not be shy. All right, give me an emoji on the screen if you were in group 6. Give me an emoji on the screen if you were in group 6.
I guess I'll take the lead. Everybody in our group unfortunately was driving and we didn't have the ability to get on too. Okay. So we talked about our markets. David made a good point about, homes being on the market, single family homes, the condo market in San Francisco, and he says in Daly City is still going, 30 plus days, but he said homes aren't staying on the market for more than 15, 16 days, going really, really fast. I talked about, my 2 markets being in Solano County and up and down the 80 corridor from Oakland all the way up to, all the way back out here to Solano County. Solano County has still always been, a spotty area where homes are going to be on average 30 days, 30 to 45 days before getting the offer, multiple open houses, and always a price reduction. They are, however, a lot of new construction out here. So, there's about, I want to say 12 to 14 builders out here between Fairfield, Sassoon, and Vacaville. So you have a fluctuation of all these builders trying to give out specific things, credits, closing costs, stuff like that. So you have to kind of do your due diligence, call them or go by, and make sure you always are going with your clients because you will get yourself not onto that contract. And then Alona was talking about too in Oakland, she wrote an offer at 80,000 and they weren't even in the ballpark. So, knowing exactly where you're at, with purchase power and telling your buyers, in those areas all up and down the 80 corridor, there's been an influx of, LLC money, private money, and they just been buying shit up. They don't care. They're going to throw up that extra money because at the end of the day, they're just going to paint these walls, put new floor in and get the best, rental situation, or just to get someone to buy it as is. The key point in some of those markets in like San Francisco, back in 2021, a lot of these people bought these houses and these condos for fucking $100,000, $200,000 over. So now you're seeing those $180,000 price drops. And David mentioned to that, you aren't going to see any movement until you see at least a good 50,000. So we talked about, the dropping in prices, days on market. Those are all real key things to be writing an offer because it gives you an insight. And then you always are going to have to check in with some of these listing agents. A lot of them are, saying they're being transparent. Me and Jacob wrote an offer on a property, 180 days on market, super fixer. I guess they had put a little bit of work into it from the beginning of it being on the market. We threw $50,000 over cash in Richmond, and we weren't even in the ballpark. And then it's been just sitting for the last 3 weeks, and it went back up $100,000. So it's like, you know, it's just some weird shit going on there. And if you're not doing your homework, if you're not on your weather report, if you're not constantly tapping in with these agents, me and Jacob also had one where we wrote for a $997,000 property. The agent was begging for us to write it, and then he turns around and sends us a counter for 53,000 over. So we're at $1,050,000, and they don't want to budge. We do a inspection, find out there's $100,000 worth of foundation issues. Not even the rest of the house. The rest of the house has another extra 50, 60, and they've been still on the market for over 4 weeks. So I just keep calling them like, hey, when you guys are ready to do a deal, holler at me. But he says sellers are firm on 1.1, and it's just some of those instances where, you know, you might just have to hang on for a little while and just do constant follow-up. So that's what we were kind of talking about. We didn't really get in what we were hoping to, but again, we were all on phones.
You know, leaders are going to lead no matter what. That's why we put you guys into these groups. The thing is, you guys, no matter who you are, how long you've been in this game, if somebody at Whole Foods comes up to you right now and says, how's the market? Right? What are you going to do? Where are you going to fold and be like, I don't know. Like, this is your time to say, you know what? Let me take a stab at this. Let me take a stab at that. That's why we do group coaching. The reason why we do this is we want you guys to harness the power of the collective wisdom. Well, if you are not contributing, then how are others collecting the wisdom that you have? I don't care if you're brand new or if you've sold 50 plus homes. Every single one of you has a contribution. So get clear with the data. If you don't understand the data, I'm going to share with you one more time what you can do. Take your spreadsheet. Say you pulled some data from a particular part of Oakland. This is Brentwood, right? I did a search. Let me see what my criteria was here. I did also Brentwood, 650 to 800,000, and I did 90 days back, and I just ran a quick search on this, right? And so it gave me everything. I could literally take this whole entire file, download this file, then put this file into ChatGPT and analyze the data and provide a summary with bullet points. Now, if I want to go further in the bullet points, please tell me average days on the market, list price versus sales price. How many of these homes had multiple offers, because it's in my spreadsheet, and I'll show you that in just a second. And then it will give you all the data that you need to be able to share with your consumers. And so if you are newer, it's okay. You still can speak intelligently about the market if you do this and you do this properly. I know that Ashley had sent me a text message. If you guys use Paragon, you guys could go in here and you guys can add this line here where it says number of offers. You can see where my cursor is right here. You could do number of offers. And the way that you do that is you just customize fields. I already have it here, and you guys see here, number of offers. That section would be over here on the left side. All you do is just drag it over, and now you have it. And so the idea behind these sessions is to make the conversation fluid. A couple things here. Emails, video, text hooks about what's going on with the market. And then how can I really understand the market? How many homes have had price drops? If you're thinking about a deal of the week, a deal of the week email should go out every single Monday. How do you find a deal of the week? Just search houses that have had a price reduction, multiple days on market, 40 plus days. Now you have a deal of the week. Hey, Tom, here's the deal of the week for Pinole. This house has had a recent price reduction to 50,000. It's been on the market for 45 days. I believe that we have room for negotiation. If you want more information about this property, DM me back or respond back to this email, whatever that looks like. You guys have that opportunity. So doing the digging and doing the research allows you to be able to say, now I have something fresh that I can speak to about with consumers, instead of saying, oh, the market's hot, the market's down, it's a challenging time. Why? Why is it? We need to be able to go layers deep with our consumers so they believe that you are the expert in everything real estate and everything the market. So you guys, we're going to pause there. I want to say thank you. Really, really good session. Hopefully you guys took something out of this today, as always. I appreciate all of your contributions, you guys being here, and keeping it moving. When I say that, like, you guys are coming constantly and you're always working towards getting better. And that's what this group is all about. So let's go, Danielle. Daniela, one key takeaway from you, from our group today, and we'll get one more and then we'll close session.
Sorry, I was on mute.
It's okay.
Okay, the biggest takeaway I'm going to say is making sure that we have our fields and our MLS to work for us. Many times we just look at it and we don't really understand the material that's coming at us. So definitely customizing those fields is great. And of course, using ChatGPT to work smarter, not harder.
Beautiful, beautiful. Last but not least, Vicky. Vicky, great to see you. Vicky, one contribution from our time together today.
I would say the fields, again, being a newer agent, not used to using the MLS, being able to make sure I can customize those for my spreadsheets for sure.
Beautiful. I love it. You guys, listen, go to work on this. You know, if I was to send an email, send a text message, send a video, what would that sound like? What would that read like? And how would I get people to respond to this? All we want is this, yes. We just want people raising their hands for more information about the market. And so really good job today. Really good work today, you guys. I appreciate you being here. Thank you to our guest. If you ever have any questions, you want to know what it actually looks like to be a part of this environment officially, feel free to reach out to me. I'm very easy to find. But you guys, thank you for being here. As always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and get out there and crush this Wednesday. Peace.